Alright guys, I'm back again. Let's fucking go. It's pretty short too. Let's go. Now I'm saying the entries is short, I mean like I fucking got to this video pretty quick. But alright guys. This one I'm just looking at the entries just at face value and just reading off the the titles. These seem more like conspiracy theories more than mysteries, you know what I mean? Oh, when we get to them, well, we'll see, but I don't know, most of them seem like I don't know, just conspiracy. Yeah, conspiracy. Alright guys, enjoy. CCAXX1 Human Muke Theory. This sounds crazy, we just fucking say it out like that, but this one, when I clicked on the link, the video is fucking gone, so it's just video unavailable. But it was recently made though, this is 2018, so it has to be something relevant, but it's not really much talking about really much of anything, it just keeps on, it says singular this, singular that. It says that somehow these this idea of singularity is kind of what's called, it's part of what something called the immortality pill, and that kind of contributes to something I guess with nuclear weapons on, but that should doesn't really make any sense. It's a little insert that I mean a little insert that's inside like some kind of little mini website with like this link to a video, so that's pretty much all it's talking about. If you guys can find the original video, well, like I guess like a remnant of the video, let me know so I can add it back in here. But that's it. Walla Walla Bigfoot Balloon Saga. So like, what the fuck? Just hearing this one again, like, what the heck's going on here? Well, as the title like freaking directly just mentions, I guess it got reported. I'll show you guys a picture of a fucking some guy looking like either wearing some kind of furry suit, but looking like the Bigfoot on top of 3 orange spears that are connected together with a dog hanging on the side. Looks presumed dead, and that's pretty much about it. Yeah, this just sounds crazy. The Young Y incident. So this story comes from the r/high strangeness subreddit, and this one's kind of weird. It's just pretty much like a teleportation story kind of way. It's kind of like, what the fuck's going on? So it pretty much talks about the guy hung during his he had experience like in 1977 where I guess he was working on his unfinished house with his fiance, and then the same night he went to sleep. And then the next day, I guess he went missing. His village kind of just kept on looking for him because he's in China. This is the time, in a place called, let's see, Hubin, I think it's pronounced. And so they couldn't find him. But I guess in his turn of events, he ended up showing up and waking up in some other place. I guess, well, not that call, but Shanghai, and fucking he was just wandering the city, just looking around like, what the fuck's going on? He was even baffled himself, like, what the fuck happened? He just ended up waking up in this fucking super populated city. Just in mind, he's not used to these kind of like areas. He's just more of just hit a bit on the village. So this is really odd to him, and essentially he got lost. He found 2 police officers, like kind of made him go to a deportation I guess station, and I don't know, that's pretty much the whole story. Like, or like just to give you an idea of how like far this is. Fucking Hubin, China is fucking 500 miles from Shanghai. It's like, what the fuck? How do you get there so fast in just under a night? To give it another equivalent, that's like fucking 10 hours by car. And like back in the day, they didn't have cars like that. Or even a train. A train would be super slow. So like that kind of distance is super fucking crazy. Unless like a fucking alien abducted his ass or some weird shit. I don't know, but it's kind of weird. The Beebington Cemetery Torture Giant. So this story is fucking just wow. It's like an article that it's written by Tom Sleeman, and it's essentially just a woman and a guy, or I believe in the beginning it's a woman and a woman. They're by a cemetery in Beebington, and they notice like a big figure in the background, and like early on they just nodded off like, oh, don't fucking go to that shit. It's fucking just report to the police. And then I guess for some odd reason, fucking lady goes back to I think home, whatever, and then talks to I guess the husband, and they say, let's go back, let's go fucking look for that motherfucker. And I guess they go back into the cemetery and they go to some kind of shed and they notice the fucker back, and in a weird turn of events, they had like a fight with the fucking giant. And I guess the giant picked up the lady that was involved, placed her onto some kind of like torture thing, and I guess the guy fucking, I don't know, this shit's fucking too good to be true, bro. It's just some crazy ass shit. Pretty much, they had a fucking like some kind of tussle with the fucking giant, and then they never seen it since. They, I guess, escaped safely, but I don't know. This story is fucking chalked up as like some kind of cartoon. I don't know. It's kind of weird. They said the giant looked like a fucking who was wearing some medieval attire, kind of like a jester, kind of in a way. I don't know. It shit's fucking weird, bro. San Andreas Gulf rumors. So this entry essentially puts me to a really blank page. There's not really much on it. I guess it's referring to, I guess, the mod. Not the mod, but fucking San Andreas GTA. Like the last game we all know and love. But it just said that Golf Rumors is referred to like just an inside joke as for like a patch for, I guess, GTA San Andreas, where they will add like a mini golf game. And I guess whoever made this little posting, Bob, they added the joke of like fucking the hot coffee, incident thing they did with the mod. I don't know. Not them, I'm saying, but they're just referencing that. EDO organisms. So this entry just talks about, I guess, insert. No, not like insert, but I guess talks about the book. I guess I can't pronounce this guys. I'm sorry, the guy's names. They're all in Japanese, but the Fukurai affair, and I guess the psychology and the history of psychology in Japan. So it pretty much talks about like a small piece of the experiments that, I guess I can't pronounce it right. Tomo Chichi Fukurai. It's the pretty famous guy that pretty much he was the first experimental psychologist in Japan in roughly like the 1900s, like the early 1900s. And he's known for, well, I guess for this case, we're pretty much going into some experience went through some people that I guess they had like super abnormal powers, like real life powers. So I guess the first case was like a lady that he went through the experiments named Chizu Mifune. I think that's probably how they pronounce her name. Well, essentially, what she did was like she was able to, I guess, see through things, and pretty much what the experiment that he conducted was like he concealed, I guess, Chinese characters, and she was able to like still see what they were, and not fully accurately, but somewhat successfully denounce what they were. And then he did some other experiences with different people, like someone named Miss Sadako. She pretty much was able to like project images into photographic plates, and from what I know from photographic plates, I'm thinking like the Civil War like cameras. So like that doesn't make any sense. That's like fucking supernatural right there. But that's some of his works that he used to do. That's pretty much what this entry's talking about. Where's the bottom? Ocean floor doesn't exist. So you'd be like, what the fuck? Or I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but there's nothing on this entry. I tried looking online, there's nothing. It's pretty much like some Quora like Yahoo answer saying like, hey guys, where's the fucking ocean in the map? I'm like, what the fuck? Some random bullshit that pretty much I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with this, The link that they sent you, they send you on the fucking on this Iceberg, send you to a page called Frequently Forward, and it doesn't put you in anything. It just shows you a bunch of other random like little articles and like podcasts. And I tried looking through the website, I guess, but I couldn't find jack shit about this, bro. If you guys could tell me where I could look to find this stuff, please let me know in the comments, please. I'd appreciate it. Alashinka creature was human salutationism. So this is talking about, I guess, a creature that was found in Russia, like a little small fetus that was like gray, about 25 centimeters, and it was like hairless with a bunch of dark spots. And people were like, what the fuck is this thing? And people were just saying it's like just a extraterrestrial, a little being that's like, I guess, dead. And that's pretty much about it. There's not much else. There's pictures of it, and people are speculating that's from a, I guess, UFO origin, but there's not really much else to it. I guess the lady found it in Russia, but that's pretty much all there is to it. Gloucester invasion of 1692. So this is pretty much talking about, I guess, a little, I don't know, altercation that happened, I guess, during the age of his time, of the Salem witch trials. This happened in 1692, though, or like, I guess a weird instance where these men were fucking rubbed to houses and like, I guess, I don't know, they were caught doing some weird shit. So, I guess they were supposed to be like little, I guess, a devil army. I guess people were trying to shoot at them, and I guess whenever they did, they just disappeared. I don't know. That's about it. It's just a weird odd occurrence that happened, and not much else. They just kept on trying shooting him, and like they kept on disappearing. And whenever like they, I guess, stop idea or like mention the idea of like Christ or like God, they kind of just disappear too. I don't know. It's a pretty odd occurrence. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's bullshit or if it's just part of the Salem witch trial like hiatus. But I don't know. It's a cool little insert. Quantum esoteric biology. So this link sends you to, I guess, a Google book called their Relational Awareness Experience Architecture Manuals: The Theory of Light. The book is closed for my part. Like it says, I can't access the book at all. Can't even pay for it. Can't even fucking find it. That sort of jazz. I'm gonna read you guys the excerpt. I mean, not the excerpt, but the, I guess, the synopsis. Okay. This book is about experience architecture, a precious guide made to enhance your relational awareness through the unraveling of theory of light, ancient treasures from yogic literature and Pat Plan's analysis there is to the Renaissance revelations and Leonardo theory on perspective bridge the East with the West, and thus through a renewing journey of self-realization. This manual has been carefully crafted for those who dream big and aim to help you find a meaning in life through the practice of effective altruism and for the benefit of all sentient beings. Yeah, that's some weird ass shit right there. The Superman of A320. So this one doesn't really lead up to anything. I just get a map going to, I guess, it leads me to a fucking place called Tarantula Town. So it just talks about like tarantulas. Like, what the fuck? That's it. Well, I keep on looking online. I just keep on getting like a little Reddit post from like Flight Simulator. Like a Superman saved a A320, and that's about it. I don't see anything else. If you guys, I guess, put me in the right direction, let me know. I'll fix it up. But I don't know. I just don't know what to fucking look for this one. The Dummy and His Milk. So this is pretty much a cool story that, I don't know. Here's pretty much the premise of it. So I guess the author had said that fucking whenever they were at their, I guess, their grandparents' house, they had this dream. They always sleepwalk during this dream, but the dream was pretty much they would want a fucking cold glass of milk through those old classic glass bottles like they used to have back in the day, and they will physically sleepwalk like when this happens, mind you. They'll go to, I guess, the kitchen to the fridge, and inside the fridge there'll be, I guess, the milk bottle and a ventriloquist dummy. They said that I guess looked like it was rotting, and each time they'll go for it. Sometimes it wouldn't wake, sometimes it would wake, but when it did awake, it would say something on the lines of, "Oh, have you done it now, boy?" Well, it wouldn't say that, but it would say, "Oh, have you done it now?" And I guess the author said that these dreams will go away, like once I guess the granddad died, and then their grandma left the house like to a different house closer to where the author originally lives right now. So I guess the author said that they don't have those dreams anymore. They will only get those dreams when they were at the house, like they're in the grandparents' house. But I don't know, the odd occurrence is this, like, this is the second part to the story where I guess one day, I guess when the author and their mom were watching TV, some of the lines, I guess an ad came out for like a ventriloquist dummy or something like that, like just a visual, and the mom said, "Oh, all of you done it now?" Like she just randomly just said that, and the guy was like, "What the hell?" So then I guess the author pretty much questioned the mom, and the mom pretty much spilled the beans, saying how she used to have the same. I mean, she didn't say it on the spot like she had the same dream, but she explained how she used to have dreams, I guess, in her mom's house, and then pretty much they chalked it up saying how they both had the same dreams, which is fucking crazy. I don't know. They both had the same dreams at weird house. I don't know. It's pretty odd. Memphis rap sigils equal Nephilim's coordinates. So this one's pretty weird. It's talking about Memphis, Tennessee, and I guess the article they give you in the link, it talks about, I guess, how, I guess, Memphis is pretty much like noted for, I guess, back in the day from like the 80s and 90s and current today being like I guess a negative environment. Like it's always been like has like some kind of negative aura to it, a bunch of negativity. Examples of this would be like, I guess, in the past, Martin Luther King assassination, a bunch of unsolved mysteries, like murder mysteries, and then so on and so forth. And then I guess they link this to, I guess, a lot of I guess Nephilim stuff. and it's pretty weird. They mention a bunch of like these kind of rappers and I guess music artists that kind of derive from these places, and they do a lot of like satanic and negative, I guess, murder rap songs like that. There are a bunch of artists that they revolve a bunch of negative concepts, and I guess a lot of the mixtapes and music they write, I guess the article says that they're like I guess magical symbols and I guess sigils, and they kind of relate to all these like uh, Satanism ideas and shit like that. I don't know. It's pretty weird. I don't know if you guys are interested. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Just read this, but I don't know. I'm not really into satanic stuff, but I don't know. It's a good read. It's pretty interesting. God was a dragon. So to sum this one up, it gives you a video, and this is pretty much the summary of this video. This video is like 30 minutes long, but to sum it up, Nahwin, I guess the god of ancient Israelites, I guess was a dragon. That's it. Doggerland Great War. So I couldn't really find anything on this on the links. It doesn't give anything. But I did find online something that this could possibly be. So I found a book called A War Transformation. War Transformed. And it's pretty much just talking about, I guess on the short run. I guess in World War One. I guess since this is like some fantasy bullshit, but I guess when the Great War happened, I guess the moon fell, and I guess magic arose, and I guess it doesn't say for who exactly, but I guess an island, I guess arise, which is pretty much essentially the Doggerland, which is like a supposed little island that sunk down, I guess the North Sea, next to Britain and Europe, and I guess a war happened there, but nothing much else is there besides I guess magic and a war, but the main thing, magic, like what the fuck. Language is a alien virus. So this one just links you to I guess a little, I guess an author's unknown I guess article about hypertext and kind of just like the evolution of it and how I guess it's increasing I guess now these days. And he talks about some kind of conference how they're just pretty much just talking about it. And so one of the lines he talks about how I guess hypertext is kind of like a virus in sort of sense. It didn't say anything about alien virus, but it's like I guess a virus itself. Like it doesn't go into like how it's a virus, but he just mentioned it is sort of like a virus. Like maybe the point it kind of like it not a virus. I mean it spreads, but that's about it. Mullen's reverse crypto. So I couldn't find anything on this because there was no links on this, and I couldn't find anything online besides this article on Yahoo Finance. So I guess Mullen Automotive Incorporated. I say according to this article on May 3rd, 2023. They did like a reverse I guess stock split for every 1 to 25 I guess stock. It could go reduce it to 1. I'm not sure where that plays into this. Maybe because they reduce their stock. Maybe it does something with crypto, but I'm not too sure about that because I couldn't find anything on it. But if you guys know anything, let me know. Medieval knights were robots. So, just a quick synopsis of this, just letting you guys know. I guess supposedly the knights back in the day, their armor were I guess used as exoskeletons to house up, I guess robots or aliens of some sort. There's a video on this with the link, but that's pretty much what they're talking about. And everything else fancy, just a big wild conspiracy theory, and that's about it. Cosmic cars. So this entry is talking about an article that talks about witnesses of futuristic cars in the past, or even from like now. It talks about just a bunch of odd occurrences, like these advanced vehicles or these odd-looking vehicles that shouldn't really be from here or that don't exist here now. But that's pretty much about it. Georgia Guidestones placed by God. So this is more of like a joke entry, if anything, because this sends you to like some kind of subreddit. And everyone there is just pretty violent. The whole premise is like, well, if you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, they're pretty much these big 3 stones. They're pretty much just made to see, I guess, if humanity's like creations will last, I guess, after some kind of like catastrophe or something like that. But other than that, for I guess our case for our entry, some guy pretty much says that I guess these stones are meant like some kind of a evil thing because God did it and stuff like that, and then blah 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 this and that, and then he they try to bring up some evidence that because this is like next to Athens, and then like these are the three founders of God, and like and a bunch of crazy conspiracy theory stuff, you know. But I don't know. Everyone else in the comment section of this thing just pretty much denies it, and it's like everyone's just violent to each other. Like everyone's like, "No, it's not. It's this. No, it's this." It's pretty funny. God died in there. So this one's from the r/non-murder mysteries subreddit. That's a weird place to put that, but alright. I don't know why the fuck to put the murder part in there, but okay. So the author pretty much talks about how they were a facilitator at a nature center, and I guess they would do, I guess, you know, school trips, not school trips, but they'll pretty much group up, like they'll they would guide, I guess, kindergartners, I guess, through the, I guess, exhibit, and then there would be exhibit with like a clam, and I guess some odd occurrence, there will always be some kind of kid that says God died in there. They will always point at the clam, and the odd thing about this is that this happened 5 different times. Well, I guess including the 2 other ones that the author mentions, but so it'd be, I guess, 7, I guess. But they are all the age of, I guess, 4 and 6, and it's always them saying that shit. Like it fucking doesn't make any sense. The author, I guess, asks, I guess, you know, other redditors like, what can be fucking causing this? Is there like a story about this that he doesn't know about? Some difficult thing, but it's pretty odd. Aliens are human babies born in space. So this one's talking about an article that talks about potential, I guess, babies being born in space, and they kind of theorize how they would look like due to the low gravity. They'll probably be like bulgy, puffy faced, and they'll probably be fucking long and skinny. For this case, that's pretty much all about it. They might have different like skin color, like, you know, all the traditional aliens have like a gray skin color, like in the movies. But that's pretty much about it. It's just pretty much a theoretical take on like possible the way babies look like, and I guess in future space time, I guess. The man from Tarred was D.B. Cooper. So this is from the r/unresolved mysteries. This one talks about, I guess, a guy named John A.K. Ziegler. I guess they pretty much sum up to, for the guy to be pretty much D.B. Cooper himself in the flesh. They bring out, I guess, a video that brings out a Japanese newspaper talking about some guy with the likeness of, I guess, D.B. Cooper. It doesn't talk about like the likeness of the D.B. Cooper, but it shows an excerpt from him. It's just a guy that pretty much like that comes out with a fake passport, and I guess the author pretty much sums up that this freaking likeness is pretty much D.B. Cooper, and they bring some ideas to like confirm that this could possibly be D.B. Cooper, and that's about it. New York subway nuclear tests. So I found a bunch of different articles, nothing really related to, I guess, nuclear anything, besides like, you know, a possible, you know, current nuclear attack, like people being scared of a nuclear attack. But from what I found is that this possibly could be, is that in, I guess, 1966, there was, I guess, the army came in, they fucking threw in gas into the subways. People were just knowingly just going to the subway like normal, and they didn't really make much of it. There's some, like a select amount of group, according to the article, have, I guess, came in contact with, I guess, the gas, and then not really much has happened besides, I guess, I guess a high casualty rate for, I guess, where we get in contact with the gas. But there's nothing else on it, on the information on this thing, besides that. So if there's anything else you guys could tell me, or if I got this wrong, let me know, please. Well, there, guys, there you have it. There's fucking entry 17 from the fucking the mysterious, obscure iceberg. You know what I'm saying? I'll continue, guys, with the next one, but hopefully it don't take too long. And also, I don't know, I'm getting kind of bummed out because not the people are watching these. I only got 2 views so far on my last video, which kind of bums me out. But I'll continue to make these out. Hopefully they start to pop up because I really want people to watch these. Get some like I guess a community going on, people responding to these sort of things. But I don't know, I think because I'm fucking up the thumbnails, I make them too fucking weird looking, too choppy and low quality. I don't know, I think I might change them up. Make them a little more interesting, I guess. But I don't know. I would appreciate you guys, if people that do watch this, I guess, subscribe, you know, like and comment, and then try to share the video, guys, because I think that's my really real way to, like, I guess, break the algorithm, I guess, or get any other like views. But I appreciate you guys watching, people that are watching, and I'll see you guys later.